Welcome to our show. I'm Susan, your host. As always, I'm here with our producer, Kurt.
Great to be here. Like the topic, I think it's an interesting piece that you pulled up, and we're going to maybe debunk it.
That's right. Today we're going to talk about a type of property that is quietly saving Americans thousands of dollars. But is it? And we'll talk about another subject, not real estate related.
All right, Susan, let me jump in. There's a piece out with a lot of data points saying a newly built home may cost more upfront, but buyers could come out ahead over time as newer properties require less maintenance and use less energy, according to a new report from Realtor.com.
Realtor.com, the source of all things real estate.
What do you think? Just with that.
I think if you're a first-time home buyer or somebody who's looking for some of the things that newer homes feature, right? Which is what? They have modern features, they have energy efficiencies, they have lower initial maintenance. So that's, I think, a really big one. If you're going into a new home, everything is new, right? It's got that new home smell. And it comes with builder warranty, so you have a little bit of a security that you're not going to have to replace the roof in 5 years or have a major expense. But there is a little bit of an upfront cost for that kind of security. Okay. They tend to be a little more expensive than existing homes. And you might have a little bit of a timeline that you have to wait for the home to be finished being built.
So Realtor.com found buyers of a new construction home save an average of $25,000 during the first 10 years compared to 20-year-old homes. So they're comparing it against 20-year-old
homes. That's a tough age, 20 years.
Is it?
Because that's when things really start to break down that have been maintained, right?
Yeah, 20 years, your AC system's probably on its last legs.
On its last legs. They might have replaced a condensing unit, but not the rest of it. So things are going to start coming up. Water heaters, for sure, if it's still the original, or even if they've replaced it after 10 years, you're looking at another one. Or roof, 20-year-old roof is considered old.
Yeah, garage door maybe?
Garage door, all those things, sprinkler system, all the things, right?
So maybe when people are looking at older homes that are, let's say they're 20 or older, what do they do to avoid the pitfalls of large cost on that?
The big thing is when they go to purchase that home, they do all the inspections to see if those systems are running properly, have been maintained properly, if they're kind of on their last leg, and then they negotiate those replacement costs or a percentage thereof with the seller.
So instead of waiting 20 years to save money, you save the money right up front.
Right. Exactly.
I like upfront money.
What I've seen people do, though, is like, oh, we got $7,000 allowance for this.
Right.
And then they use it to paint the house. So you really should think about putting that money aside for the system that's about to fail. You can also get home warranties.
A lot of times they'll replace it instead of give you money, right?
That's true. You can ask them to do that. It's really about negotiating up front for your emotional and mental security of owning the home.
Do you see home sellers with they know they're going to put the house on the market and they go, okay, these things need to be updated because they're kind of fall on their last legs, let's call it. So will home sellers update a lot of those things before they put it on the market? Yes or no?
No.
No.
No. This
so
is
buyer beware.
A home seller attitude is it's working fine for me.
Okay. See, that's not my attitude.
No? What's your attitude?
Oh, I'm like, I got to make it the best for these people.
That's hilarious.
All right. Savings varied widely by region, with New England states, because one of the things they say is the biggest out of that 25,000 energy costs is one of the biggest.
I can see that.
Things they save over time. Lower utility bills and replacements, including HVAC systems, roofs, water, everything you mentioned. Susan.
It's almost like I've been doing this
like
a
she's
few
been doing
decades.
This. Massachusetts led the nation, 39,000 over 10 years. Because you know why they led?
Why?
It's really cold up there.
It is. Oh, that's a good point. They've gotten
we did a show, check it out, everybody, the other day, where it said 30% of the home's energy escapes through most homes.
Yes,
Newer homes not.
New homes not, because they're new, even though you do need an inspection for your new home too, because builders do miss things. But it's sealed up nice and tight, and all the components are the most energy efficient as can be. Some homes are called green homes, when they're really energy efficient with the components that they put in there. So they're labeled, they get a special designation of being a green home.
Very nice. Southern states, including the beautiful states of Arkansas, South Carolina, which you love, Kentucky, Florida, and Texas, saw smaller savings, despite lower upfront new construction costs.
I wonder if that's because over time some of the other ones have been updated. That's interesting. I wonder what the difference is.
The report identified 16 metros where long-term savings offset the upfront premium for new construction.
I think in the Carolinas, I think the demand is just there. So they don't have to discount their new homes. I think that's a big difference as well.
Researchers also noted that building incentives, including price cuts, cash credits, and mortgage rate buy-downs could further improve affordability. What do you think of that?
Yeah, the builders are really aggressive about buying down the mortgage rate. So if buying a new home, you can probably get a lower mortgage rate than buying what I call a used home.
What's a quick market update? What's going on? Our house is moving fast, or are you, in your personal environment, are you seeing them sit on the market a little bit?
It depends on the house, but they're moving pretty quickly. And
it's buying season.
It's buying season. It's springtime. People want to be done looking for a house before the fall school starts. So they want to move out, move in, get settled, enjoy the summer, and then be in by fall. So we were talking in the past few months that the market's a little slow. Still buyer's market or seller's market. Seller's market, yes.
What's the latest? Do you know? It's top of your head.
On top of my head, I think inventory's at 90 days in most markets.
Well, that's a buyer's market then.
No, it's 180 days is when it switches over.
Same thing.
Same thing. 90 is the same as 180. It's almost the same. I think people think it's a slowdown because it's not gone totally crazy, but there are some markets that are still seeing multiple offers over list price. It's a little more market depending instead of being across the country, but that's because builders have caught up with demand, which means that they're incentivizing, so that's good.
What do you think?
Builders gotta build.
I think some of the new construction in our area, a lot of it's quite far out, but then you can get a lot in an established neighborhood, or you can tear a house down.
There's a couple of pros and cons for, do I go with existing home, do I go with a new home? So you mentioned some of the ones for a pro for a new home is we get the modern features, right? Aesthetically, they are built for the modern aesthetic with islands, big kitchens, open floor plans, offices, things like that people are looking for. The maintenance costs, obviously we just covered that. You can customize it. You can ask the builder to do certain things that you want specifically.
Right.
And there's incentives like you mentioned. But then there's a few cons too. You just mentioned one of them. The new builds are usually
See, I know what I'm talking about.
It's almost like you've been doing this for a while or been listening a little bit. The new subdivisions tend to be further out because that's...
What'd you say?
What?
Yeah.
I'm trying to not repeat myself. The new subdivisions are usually further out because that's where land is cheap for the builders to build. If you're not... This is a con. If you know you're going to be in the house for 7 to 10 years... It's not a bad way to go.
Right.
If you're going to be in a shorter timeline, you really need to think about it. Because if the builders continue to build, they're constantly building your competition. So trying to get out of a new build in 2-3 years and recoup your money because you'll have closing costs will be difficult. There's less negotiation room with a builder. And then you have, one of the cons is, some people don't think about this, you have some initial upfront costs that people don't think about. Window treatments, which sounds like, oh, just throw some blinds up. But if
That's what I would do.
I know.
Maybe some blankets.
Yeah, oh my God.
Window blankets.
Window blankets. But those costs, if you just bought a beautiful new house, you're not going to want to put cheap little plastic blinds up. You're going to want nice blinds. That can run you in the thousands of dollars.
What if I want to do those plantation shutters? Are those still in or not?
Yes, they are, especially in the South. It's very traditional. So those are really expensive, especially if you get the wood kind. Then sprinkler systems. You got to put in a sprinkler system in some areas. That's expensive. Some of the new builds, they're not fenced, so you have to put in the fencing. And in our state, they don't sod the lawn, so you have to sod the lawn. So there is an initial cost that people don't factor in with new homes.
Okay. Bottom line, Susan, before you go, I much prefer, even though the new constructions are really nice when you walk in, if I could get a new construction in a nice established neighborhood that I want to be, obviously that would be a pretty top choice of mine because it has everything. But those tend to be really expensive. So I would rather go for something that's maybe a little more dilapidated in a neighborhood I want to be in and slowly work to bring it up. What about you?
I think that's what we've always done, is we location first and then house second.
Maybe I like that because you tell me I like that.
I think that's probably it.
Okay.
I've just trained you over the years.
Okay.
But I like to add my own value and put my own stamp on things. But not everybody's us. And that takes an initial upfront cash injection, which some people might not have and they want to finance it. So there's pros and cons to everything, but my biggest takeaway is if you're going to be in a neighborhood for a long time, then a new build is really good for you. If the neighborhood's just exploding and you think you're only going to be there a short time, I would really think twice about it because you're probably not going to get the equity out to cover the closing costs on the back end.
Maybe people do a pros and cons list.
I think
for their personal needs.
Yes, agreed. And long-term goals.
Or you ask your parents for a lot of money.
I think that's a good way to go. Hope our kids aren't listening.
All right. Ready for a different topic?
Sounds good.
So, Susan, let's talk about alcoholic drinks.
Uh-oh, I don't know anything about that.
You don't know anything about alcoholic drinks?
Nope.
Let's talk non-wine, because I know wine is on the top of your list.
It's a favorite.
Let's talk more spirits.
Spirits, got it.
So there's a piece out where it's talking about the favorite spirits across the country by state. What's some of your favorite spirits? I
like a signature cocktail when they do those with a little bit of tequila in it because it adds a nice little...
A signature cocktail, what is that?
Like restaurants will create their own cocktail and they'll just do mixers and they'll call it whatever, the Groove or whatever. And then I like one that has a little bit of tequila in it because the tequila has a nice little kick spice to it to offset some of this, because a lot of them tend to be really sweet and I don't like a super sweet cocktail.
And when you go out with your friends,
they do signature cocktails.
What's besides signature cocktails? Anybody have certain drinks that they like?
The Moscow Mules are big.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, they're big and they're fun little containers if you've seen them. They're little copper containers. And usually just signature. I don't know. I can't think of anything else. Prosecco. They like Prosecco, but that's in the wine family.
So here it is. We're not going to go each state's favorite cocktail, but we'll name a few. You tell me what you think.
Which state it belongs to?
No. But basically it said the overall favorite drink is a Long Island iced tea.
Wow, that's brutal.
You ever have one of those?
I've had a couple in my life, and that's been enough.
Why do you think it's the favorite for Americans?
Because it's a good value. Because you get like 17 liquors in one, and then you're good to go for the rest of your night.
It'll get the job done, won't it?
Wow.
And it tastes pretty good.
It tastes pretty good, but I think you have to be a little bit younger to handle a Long Island iced tea. I don't think you're going to be of advanced age ordering one of those unless you got serious problems.
If I'm correct, I think they put 5 liquors in it and then top it off with a little Coca-Cola.
Coke and lemonade.
Is it lemonade? Okay. See, I don't know more about it than I do. So ironically, though, the favorite drink of choice in New York is...
Martinis?
A spicy margarita.
You're kidding.
No.
That's hilarious. Wow. Margaritas are yummy. I forgot about margaritas.
That seems funny. Spicy margarita.
Skinny margaritas are big with my friends because margaritas can be a little high in calories.
World Cocktail Day was May 13th. We missed that.
I'm sure I didn't.
I think you had a Paloma that day. Didn't you have a Paloma?
I think I did.
Was it Paloma or Palomino?
I don't remember.
I can't remember if it's different or the same. Cocktail culture in the U.S. is far more diverse than the usual suspects, says this survey. Local tastes play a huge role in what ultimately becomes a national favorite. Long Island iced tea was the top drink in 11 states, including Vermont, Indiana, Iowa, but not New York, as we said.
Here's what's in it. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Vodka, gin, white rum, silver blanco tequila, triple sec, fresh lemon juice, simple syrup, and cola.
You said lemonade.
Fresh lemon juice is like lemonade, isn't it? I think a lot of bars that serve Long Island iced teas don't have fresh squeezed lemon juice around. I think they pour a little. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Is triple sec liquor?
I think it's a little bit.
5 liquors.
Nice.
Wow, that's brutal.
All right, what do you think is number 2 in 6 states? It's number 2 in the country, but it's the choice of drink in 6 states, and you have not mentioned it yet.
Okay. And is it a simple drink or is it a mixy, fruity drink?
These are all spirit mixes.
Okay, I would say vodka tonic. Vodka soda.
You would think something like that would
Yeah.
be top on the list. Mojito.
Oh, that's a good one.
I guess when people go out, they want to have something fun.
Have something that they can't make themselves.
We walked by a few bars the other night, and I don't think they were drinking mojitos.
They were having a good time. Excuse me.
It was just a hardcore bar drinking.
There was happiness and smiles all
Long
around.
Island up teas going there. So 6 states, that's the favorite drink, including only list 3: Alaska, Connecticut, and Florida. That seems odd, doesn't it? Those 3 states to have the same favorite drink: Alaska, Connecticut, and Florida. What's the difference between those 2? Those 3.
2 are really cold, and 1 is warm. But mojito it's fun to order. Mojito. Plus, it comes with a little bit of garnish.
It's a summer drink, I think.
It is a summer drink.
4th place was the spicy margarita. This is a tingly tequila-based cocktail. Was the drink of choice in 5 other states as well: Nebraska, Alabama, and Massachusetts. Here it is, the one you had, the Paloma. Another agave-based drink with grapefruit soda and lime.
Yeah, that's what I had.
Is that what it tasted like?
It's really good.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I did. Because that tequila just has a little bit. It's not like vodka where you can't taste it. It has just a little bit of kick to it, but then the grapefruit balances out, and then the soda just smoothens it out. Smooths it out. Is it smoothen or smooths? Smooths, right?
I made this great drink. I created my own drink.
What is it?
It's orange juice and vodka.
Oh.
It's called Kurt's Drink.
I don't think they do that much anymore. Those are like traditional drinks. Or the Sea Breeze, which just has a splash of grenadine in it.
Do you know what a Greyhound is?
It's grape juice and vodka.
Grapefruit juice.
Grapefruit juice.
Just like
Sorry,
your,
not
just
grape
like
juice.
your Paloma.
Grapefruit juice and vodka.
It says 20-somethings are drinking less hooch, that's liquor,
Thank you.
than ever. Gen Not Boozy is what they call them. Are ditching sundowners for cold brew and wellness shots and turning drinks into daily rituals. In their words, the benefits outweigh the buzz. What do you think of that? Go out and just have a wellness drink?
I think
You and the ladies, let's go party on some wellness drinks?
Let's go on some wellness drinks. That's not going to happen. I think they're a little more health conscious, even though looking around that baseball field the other day at the baseball game, they didn't look health conscious. But anyway, I think they're a little more health conscious. And 2, I think drinks can be really expensive. You go to some cocktail bars, And you can spend $15 a drink. And if you're a dude and you're buying ladies' drinks, you're leaving there spending $150. It's a lot.
We went to a place the other day where I wanted a Miller Lite beer.
They didn't have it.
And they didn't have it. I'm like, who doesn't carry? And it was a dive place, too. Dive. And I was like, okay, you have it in a bottle? They said no. But they had their house drink, whatever it was,
house beer, brew, house brew.
Remember the price?
$3.50.
I was like, I'll drink that all day.
Wow, we traveled back 10 years. How great is this?
How much was your Paloma?
My Paloma was actually pretty inexpensive.
That restaurant's got some pretty good prices.
Yeah, it was $11.
Yeah, and it's a nice restaurant.
It was a nice
restaurant. That restaurant's nice.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, they forgot to update their price. Even the wine was relatively cheap because you get a nice, not a house wine. You get the kind of second, third level. They tend to be in the $18 range, and I think it was like $12, which is pretty. They kept their booze pricing pretty reasonable.
And we go to this bakery down the street, and we get just a loaf of bread. It's like French bread, basically. And like a year ago, it used to be like $3.25.
Right.
Now it's like
$4.50.
$4.50, and you got to tip them to give you the piece of bread.
Yeah, I don't know why.
The tip options start at 20%.
20%. It's like, what? Wait, what? Why? You just handed me the bread. And I'd get it myself, but I can't. So, yeah, the tipping culture, we should do a whole show on that. It's just out of control.
So what do you think is the best way to buy drinks? One at a time, or put a card down and tip at the end?
That's difficult. Depends on what you want to do. If you're just getting a bar drink before your dinner, then do one at a time.
Have a few drinks.
Then you put your card down.
I think you put your card down, because then you can total it and then tip it out like that. List your 5 favorite non-wine drinks, Susan. Long Island iced tea is number 1.
No.
Spicy margaritas 2.
I'm not a big fan of spicy margaritas, but I like a skinny margarita.
What about the other thing?
Paloma?
No, the one that you always... The alternative to a margarita.
Oh, ranch water? None of them mentioned ranch water. Ranch water is basically a skinny margarita.
Yeah, ranch waters are top of my list.
Yeah, I like ranch waters. But not everybody knows how to do them right.
What are they doing wrong?
Sometimes they don't add enough sparkling water, and it just turns out like tequila and lime juice. It's just not good. So, anyway.
Those people.
Yeah, so you have to make sure you get it right. And then I do a margarita, and then the Paloma's pretty good.
And top 5, just like you're going...
I'm 4 in. So...
That's what was number 1? Skinny margarita?
Skinny margarita.
Really? So you go out with the girls, you get a skinny marg.
I wouldn't mind skinny marg. I wouldn't say these are
get
all...
a Long Island or a mojito or...
No mojito. I'm not a mojito.
That's too many leaves in a mojito.
Yeah, it's like, why does it come with a fruit salad?
You wash these things?
Yeah.
They're jamming the thing down.
Yeah, and it's sugar in there too. I'm anti-sugar. But
so we got Long Island iced teas number 1.
Oh my God, let it go.
So skinny margarita's 1. 2.
Ranch water's the same, right?
I'm counting it as the same.
Now I'm lost of what I had.
Let's just start over.
Okay.
Skinny margarita.
Skinny margarita. I like a regular margarita.
Regular margarita.
These are not in order. It just depends on my
Top
mood.
Top 5. Just
Palomo.
in the group.
Paloma.
You had one of those in your life, I think.
No, I've had it before.
Have you?
No, I drink with other people than you.
Really?
Yeah. I have been out to dinner with the girlfriends or whatever and ordered things. Okay. So just...
What else?
This is old school, but Cosmo is good. And then I like a simple vodka tonic. Not tonic, a vodka soda.
Vodka soda. All right. It says here that going back to the gens, the young people, 39% of Gen Z adults say booze is their go-to social drink, while more than 60% prefer non-alcoholic options. What about you? It's the highest of any generation, is that 60%. Prefer.
I'm not Gen Z.
Any of your friends drink non-alcoholic?
Oh, sometimes, but yeah, I'm not Gen Z.
It's tough going out. You can't drink too much because somebody's got to drive.
Right.
So, all right. Any big wrap up on the booze conversation?
No, everybody's got their own.
What about a martini? You like a martini?
Wow, I've never had one.
Really?
Never had one. They look pretty brutal. But my friends like martinis with the olives, and I hate olives, so that's probably why I've never had one.
It's like drinking straight alcohol, basically.
I've seen you a couple of martinis in. That's been fun.
It'll get the job done. It's like a Long Island AC. It's there to get the job done.
That's right. If you see somebody drinking a martini, we went to a bar once, and it was like a sports bar during the day, and the mom, we saw her hammer down 3 martinis. It was kind of sad.
With the kids.
With
she
the
was there with the kids.
And the dad
and
was
the husband.
Keeping everything under control, but she was 3 martinis in.
They were double martinis.
They were huge.
There's a big difference between a single and a double.
It was like, wow.
It's like twice.
Mom might have a little bit of an issue. Anyway, everybody have a great day.
Yep.
And
get a Paloma.
Get a Paloma.
Thank you, Susan.
Go house shopping. New or used.
All right. Have a great one.
Adios.
Bye.